So he's going to see if we're going to be able to get the bike through there. Means we're going to lose our hotel for tonight. Nowhere to stay. It's 5 o'clock at night.
Believe me, we had a solid plan for today. It was just simple. Get to Lake Titicaca without going through the madness of La Paz. But first, we had to weave our way around the mountains up to Oruro.
Time to load up.
It was going to be thirsty work, so we headed for the store. Not quite Tesco or Walmart.
Stuart doing his navigation in the morning and the road out of town.
Hopefully avoiding the flight of stairs. And some wee old wifey
off to sell her goods at market.
So it was on through the mountains, and this is how the locals get around. Hitch a lift. We knew we were in mining territory, and that was some of the signs of it. Barrels of horrendous chemicals to dissolve the gold out the ore. But occasionally you'd pass cars parked by the river where people were down panning for gold. We even saw this guy. He was digging for it by the side of the road. And occasionally we'd spot one of the mining camps hidden down in the valley. I've no idea why it happens, but South America really loves their checkpoints. Middle of nowhere, some guy stepping out to ask you for papers and where you're going. We never knew.
Not such a big queue here. Well, we're very lucky, and they've agreed to fill a foreigner's bike. Another amazing mining town in the back of beyond. And Google or Garmin managed to bring us through the town. And then on the bypass, there was a petrol station without a queue.
Mining seems to be everywhere in Bolivia. Signs of it to left and right. Make your own mountain range. But there doesn't seem to be much mining wealth getting back into the communities. And it's a tough rural life out here. There goes your mum or your granny. And in the absence of trash collection, lay-bys seems to be the preferred location to dump your bags. And as we approached Oruro, the road gave out. This was the new roadworks, so we had a long, dusty trail into town. We then had a long, dusty trail trying to find the hotel. And about now, we're thinking, I don't think there's going to be a Radisson down here. And this is Garmin Maps, South America at its best. Nowhere near the hotel. a tour of the back roads, and then it pitches you up outside an empty building. Terrific. So we have a go on Google Maps, rerouting us past the lines and lines of traffic, all waiting for some petrol. Ironically, petrol lorries queuing up as well. Finally, we reach our abode for the night. So we thought we'd just pop out for a meal, so you go down the back streets. Gets parking at night quite quickly. Lovely, isn't it? Our travels do take us to some of the most different places. We came into the bus station looking for something to eat. It's mayhem. Buses going all over South America, as far south as Buenos Aires. Mayhem. But nothing like Houston at 5 o'clock on a Friday.
So that was our hotel for last night in Oruro. I'll have to wait in the curb so I get curb height to mount the bike. There we go. Ready for action. Lorries filling up for that queue as far as the eye can see of lorries.
The trick for today was to take this convoluted route and avoid La Paz and its traffic.
Off-road into the black clouds. So he's going to see if we're going to be able to get the bike through there.
This was the first of 2 rivers we could see on the map, and just beyond where I'm standing it was really about 2 feet deep, so even if we did get across we'd be stuck at the other river.
Means we're going to lose our hotel for tonight. Nowhere to stay, it's 5 o'clock at night.
Another look at the map and it looked like the only option was back into town and then head for, guess what, La Paz. Oh look, what's that on the horizon? It's the cement works. Our routing had taken us right to the front gate of this enormous cement works. Dust and yuck in the air everywhere. But then to keep the dust down, it started raining. We were quite lost and we should really have followed that white van. Instead we went down here into the dust, realised our mistake, turned around.
Totally lost in the cement works. Thunder and lightning. End up at a church with a sports field. 2 guys, and each told us to go different ways. There's a third person, there's other people here. We're both soaking, we're covered in mud, and we don't actually know how. There's a cement works. Google Maps brought us through the middle of that cement works because there was a fiesta in the town, and now we don't know where to go. Oh, a disaster. And I don't know what you can hear the thunder and lightning, but that's the clouds it's coming from. La Paz is over there, and we came this way to avoid La Paz. We're stuck in the mud. We've had to turn the bike. We have to go back the way we came, and I'm going to have to walk in the hope he doesn't.
Rainwater on top of the dust had turned this to an absolute skating rink. We had no traction, slipping about all over the place. Nightmare.
So I'm now plodding through mud. Our tyres are caked in mud. We'll just have to keep going, Stuart. I'll walk. We'll keep to the right.
Whoops!
Got to remember, top of this mud, we're at, I don't know, 300 or 400 100 metres above sea level.
But we'd made it back to the town and then had to head for La Paz. Now the thing is, we were both so terrified in La Paz, neither of us switched on our cameras, so I'm afraid there's nothing to show, but believe me, it was terrifying. I've spent years driving in London's mayhem, done Paris, Johannesburg, Kuala Lumpur, but nothing beats La Paz on a Saturday afternoon in the pouring rain. Demolition Derby, really, it was for real. Taxis stopping right in front of you, oh, nightmare. It took us 3 hours to do 15 kilometres, but finally we got on the road to the border, where we rode through hail, slush, everything thrown at us. Finally making it to the border town of Desaguadero. No Radisson here either, so we jumped into our anti-flea suits, hopped into bed and had a decent night. And next morning, this is the view from the bedroom window. Oh, look at that trash. Bolivianos, get your act together. The deserted main street, it's only 8 o'clock in the morning, but we were off up along the side of Lake Titicaca, crossing the border again, hopefully to find a nice hotel. This is the wedding party that were in the room next to us, giving us a look at them and their finery. But we were off for the border. This is the truck queue. Just unbelievable. Try counting them, although I have cut most of them out. Because if I didn't, you'd either fall asleep or switch over to itchy boots or 2 wheels and 3 sheets. Finally, we got within striking distance of the border to do our paperwork. But it really was an eye-opener, all this commerce just tied up in paperwork. For us, exiting paperwork was actually not too bad. But on the way back out, guess what? Trucks heading into Bolivia. Queues and queues and queues. Geez, what they need is something like Brexit. That will really help. Little did we know that actually wasn't the customs post, that was just kind of the preliminary checkpoint. We then had to drive a couple of miles to the real customs thing and then join a queue, our own queue, a people queue behind a coach load of tourists. A while later though, we were on the road heading for the border.
In one day we have come into Peru, now we've gone out of Peru and we're going back into Bolivia. Isn't it just fabulous? These are the market stalls between the two borders. I suppose I'm in no man's land. Elderly gentleman wearing his own knitted hat and the elder lady with her hat and the elder lady. Aduana National.
And do you remember the cheesy song Copacabana? Barry Manilow, I think. I don't think this was the Copacabana he was talking about.
Welcome back to Bolivia. A few hours later. Aduana National, Immigration Bolivia.
Customs done, we were on our way to a nice hotel beside the lake. And that's where we are going to wrap up this video. So thanks for watching. Come back and join us when we go to visit the Uru people living on the Reed Islands in Lake Titicaca.
Quechua.